He struck his father to save the world, but unleashed a curse. Every order begins in tension. After chaos, the world acquires edges. Earth below, sky above, the deep beneath. But edges press back, and from pressure, destiny takes shape. In our last chapter, Gaia, the ever-firm Earth, brought forth Uranus, the starry sky, to arch above her. Mountains rose, seas spread, and a tiered cosmos appeared. Yet creation was not finished, it was only framed. Within that frame, a generation of powers would awaken, vast, radiant, and dangerous. 1. The first dynasty. Children of earth and sky. When Uranus lay with Gaia, a dynasty began. From their union came 3 great broods, the Titans, 12 presences who mapped the skeleton of the world. Oceanus, the encircling river, source of streams, and the life between shores. Tethys, consort of Oceanus, mother of the river gods and the Oceanids, the ecology of flow. Hyperion, the high strider, father of Helios, sun, Selene, moon, Eos, dawn, Ea, divine sight, the brilliance in precious metals and heavenly light. Corius, axis of inquiry, associated with intellect and the polar sky. Phoebe, bright-minded, grandmother of prophecy at Delphi. Creus, the ram mark, linked to seasons, constellations, and boundaries. Eurybia, mastery over sea's harsh power. Iapetus, the human line's stern ancestor, father of Atlas. Prometheus, Epimetheus, Menoetius, Clymene, Asia, bearing the line that will trouble gods and uplift mortals. Themis, right order, the law beneath laws, oaths and assemblies. Mnemosyne, memory, from whom muses will sprout in a later age. Rhea, flow and fertility, destined to be the mother of Olympians. Cronus, the youngest Titan, keen, patient, and terrible in resolve. Note, lists differ across poets. What matters is function. The Titans scaffold time, tide, thought, and law. The Cyclopes, Brontes, Steropes, Arges, one-eyed smiths, whose gaze is a perfection of focus. From their forges will someday come the lightning that marks kingship. The Hecatonchires Cautus, Briareus Aegeon. Gyges, the hundred-handers, a metaphor of overwhelming force. Imagine storms with fingers, but the sky grew fearful. Uranus saw in his children not continuity but threat. Power recognizes power and tries to seal it. 2. The weight of the sky, imprisonment and the cry of the earth. Uranus forced his monstrous children, the Cyclopes and hundred-handers, back into Gaia's depths. Not buried in a distant prison, stuffed into their mother's body. The image is mythic, not anatomical. Creation reversed, potential repressed. Gaia groaned, the mountains buckled, rivers hesitated in their beds. A world cannot thrive while its powers are crammed into the dark. She conceived a plan, a tool first, an adamantine sickle, edges cold as first starlight, then a call, who among my children will stand beside me? Only Cronus stepped forward. 3. Cronus, the patient blade. Cronus is not reckless. He is duration sharpened into decision. He waits, he counts, where others flinch, he becomes the moment. Gaia hid her son in the shadows of the world, taught him the angle of ambush, placed the sickle in his hands, and whispered the boundary between fear and fate. Night falls, Uranus descends to Gaia, again the embrace that birthed the Titans, again the weight of the sky upon the earth. Cronus strikes a cut that separates, not gore but geometry, sky from earth, above from below. The cosmos, once welded, is cleaved into workable realms. In that cleaving is freedom, and also curse. Uranus, wounded not only in body but in sovereignty, recoils. As he withdraws, drops of his power, his blood fall upon the earth, his flesh meets the sea's foam. From these traces, new beings arrive. 4. From blood and foam, the aftermath of revolution from the earth. Touched by sky's blood arise. The Erinyes Furies, Alecto, Tisiphone, Megaera, avengers of blood crimes, relentless as guilt. The giants, beings of vast stature, primal opposition to heavenly order. The Meliae, ash tree nymphs, a hint that war and wood share a birth. Spears were once ash. From the sea's foam, where the severed thing was carried, a figure steps ashore. Aphrodite, Whether she springs here from Uranus's fragments, Hesiod, or is daughter of Zeus and Dione Homer, the paradox stands. Out of a wound comes desire, out of division comes beauty. Revolution births its saints and its furies. The cosmos will remember both, the reign of Cronus, a new order, a golden dream. With Uranus driven back, Cronus takes the scepter. The age that follows will be sung as golden by some, an era of ease and closeness between beings, before toil and iron. But golden does not mean gentle, it means complete. The Titan regime is structural, ancient, stately. Know them by their pairings and domains, Oceanus and Tethys, not a sea within the world, but the water that encircles it. From them flow the rivers, Nile, Alpheus, Scamander, Maeander, springs, and 3,000 oceanids, currents with names, every brook a genealogy. Agreements sworn on Styx will bind even gods, Hyperion and Thea, parents of Helios, sun, a glowing charioteer, Selene moon, the quiet measure, Eos dawn, rose-fingered opener of days. Under Cronus, their roots become reliable. Cosmos learns rhythm, Coeus and Phoebe, the axis of thinking and the brightness of mind. Their line leads to Leto, mother of Apollo and Artemis, and Asteria, of the starry hearth. Through them, prophecy will one day speak. Creus and Eurybia, traditions vary. The markers of the zodiacal cycle, winds and brute sea force, they stabilize season and storm. Iapetus and Clymene Asia, a family for mortals' fate. Iapetus's sons, Atlas, bearer of the sky at the world's edge. Prometheus, forethought, friend and tutor of humankind. Fire and craft, but also punishment and foresight's burden. Epimetheus, afterthought, error as teacher. The misgifted husband of Pandora, error that opens worlds. Menoetius, ruined might, the cost of excess. Themis, custodian of right order. Assemblies convene by her gravity, oaths harden in her presence. With Zeus later, she will bring forth Horae, hours and seasons, and Dike, justice. But even now her principle rules meetings and measures. Mnemosyne, memory without her, nothing persists. Later, with Zeus, she births the Muses, but her power already hums beneath poetry, ritual and law. What we remember, Rhea and Cronus, the royal core, abundance, birth, continuity, and attention no crown can ease. Cyclopes/hundred-handers, the seed of downfall, a prophecy in the house of time. Succession cuts both ways. Cronus rose on a prophecy that a son would overthrow Uranus. Now a new prophecy whispers, one of Cronus's own children will overthrow him. If you were the king of time, what would you do? Cronus chooses preemption, as each child is born of Rhea, Hestia, Demeter, Hera, Hades, Poseidon. Cronus swallows them whole. This is not a feast, it is containment, a grim echo of Uranus's imprisonment. The newborns are not slain, they are held within time itself, unborn and yet undying. The palace grows quiet. Rhea grieves in secret corridors where lullabies have no addressee, but prophecy is stubborn, it clings to cracks. When her next child is due, Rhea flees to the island of Crete, in some tellings, and with Gaia's counsel, hides the infant Zeus in a cave. In swaddling cloths she wraps a stone, gives it to Cronus as if it were the child, and the king of time gulps the decoy. The hourglass flips, a survivor is at large, and somewhere in a mountain cave, goat-nursed and drum-guarded by the curettes, a cry sharpens into a name. But that is the next chapter's storm. For now attend to this, the Titan order is complete and already cracking. The cosmos, once split from chaos, cannot be one thing for long. It seeks renewal by risk. Next on the channel, Chapter 3, Birth of Zeus, a cave, a cradle, a stone in a god's belly, and the first sparks of Titanomachy.